Okay, everybody, it is me. It's me again, Gregory Mannarino, on this extremely volatile day in this market. And we're going to talk about that because it was quite a ride. So yeah, post-market wrap-up on this Thursday, December 10th, 2020. Like I said, what an off the freaking Richter scale volatile day in this market. I got shaken out of two trades. Let me put a perspective on that for you. I have not had two losses back to back in this market. In fact, I can't even remember the last time I've had two back to back losses trading in this market. It's been that long. But we're talking about a market that was all over the place. Negative, positive, positive, negative. How did we end the day? Dow lower, S&P 500 lower, NASDAQ higher. You know, sometimes when you get this kind of market action, you got to sit out. You got to sit out a bit and either reevaluate the strategy. And that does happen. We may have to switch from swing trading to like an intraday trading platform here. And, you know, that may happen. I will keep all of you, my lions, on top of this. But today, seriously, was quite an epic day. It was quite an epic day from a lot of standpoints. And we're going to cover that in a little bit. But let's go back to the markets. Let me finish that. Cryptocurrency still remains under pressure with Bitcoin over 18,000. It's staying there, at least for now. And again, I would not be surprised to see it retest the recent low and bounce off of that. That would be extremely bullish to me. I still believe sincerely that cryptocurrencies are going much higher. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Gold and silver caught a bid today. The dollar got hit hard. But crude oil, wow, put on a 3% gain today. The 10-year yield 0.91. That's where we stand here in this twisted market. A lot of the news today is what drove this market kind of crazy. I mean, right off the bat, we got a jobs report that literally could not have been any worse. It could not have been any worse. And that alone, in a real market, you would expect to see a significant sell-off. But no, not in this market with the promise of more easy money after what the European Central Bank did today. And we'll talk about that too. As a matter of fact, let's do that. I'm going to do a little blow-by-blow with you, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So let's start off with this. Now, I want to read this to you. This is CNBC this morning. Okay, this is a quote. Lawmakers, Congress, aim to buy more time to reach a broad spending coronavirus relief package. Now, there's a guy out here who's been explaining to you that they're being told by the Fed to push this off as long as possible. Now here we have an admission. CNBC, lawmakers aim to buy more time. Really? Okay. So, look, the truth comes out here. And we're going to talk more about that in just a little bit. Now, the European Central Bank. Let's talk about the European Central Bank. Central banks around the world are doing the same things at the same time. Here, the European Central Bank is boosting its quantitative easing program. That is, it's buying bonds with euros created magically out of thin air by 37%. Let that sink in. 37%. The Fed is going to follow suit. That's the only thing keeping this market propped up right now. It's unbelievable. That's another reason why the dollar today got decimated. Decimated. It's going to continue to get decimated. Now I want to read this headline to you. This is from The Street. More than 500,000 restaurants here in the United States are in free fall. Well, does that surprise you? It shouldn't, because we are in an economic collapse, period. Now, this is just lovely. So we have a new dynamic duo here. Are you ready for these two freaks? Well, you know both of these freaks, but these two freaks are pairing up. I guess they want to, get together a little. Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin. Exactly. Here's the headline. Pelosi and Mnuchin sound upbeat regarding fresh COVID relief. Oh, but it gets better than that. Doesn't that sound like the China trade deal that never happened? Oh, yeah, it's going to happen tomorrow. No. It's going great. Yeah, tremendous. Not so good anymore. Over and over. Same thing. Now, let's move forward here. So we have Pelosi, Mnuchin saying, everything's looking upbeat on a fresh COVID relief package. Then we find out House adjourns until next week as deadline looms as millions of Americans await COVID relief. Do you think Congress should be allowed to adjourn while we're in some kind of a crisis and they can't seem to get anything done? Why are they really adjourning to next week? To buy time. Just like I've told you, they're waiting for the go-ahead from the Federal Reserve. Whatever you hear coming out of the mouth of now Steve Mnuchin getting in the mix, Nancy Pelosi or Steve McConnell, Mitch McConnell, the other freak, it's all theater. They're waiting on the Federal Reserve go. You understand? That's it. And they're going to keep people dangling in the wind until they get that go-ahead. It's unfreaking believable. It really is. In light of the current events here, do you think now that Congress has adjourned until next week, should they be paid? Should they be paid for the week? Me? I don't think they should be paid. I think that they should have their pay docked. How's that? But again, that's just me. What do I know, right? Anyway, look, let me close this. That's pretty much the situation here, people. With regard to this market, we're talking about extreme volatility. The market doesn't know what it wants to do. It just realizes more easy money is coming, and there is no resemblance of a price discovery mechanism behind the market whatsoever. It's just easy money, or the promise of easy money. The ECB, the European Central Bank, increasing asset purchases by 37%. You think the Federal Reserve is not going to follow suit? They must follow suit. Okay, that's putting a bottom under this market, and it's just going to, I guess, continue higher. I was long this market, okay, talking about my last two trades. That trade didn't go well. Then I went short the market. That trade didn't go too well again. First back-to-back loss for me in an extremely long period of time. I can't remember. Look, I am not complaining about this. Traders trade. Losses are part of this business. And for you new lions out here, get used to it. In the same way, you will have a string of successful trades. I mean, I couldn't even count how many successful trades in a row I have had. So you have to expect losses once in a while. If you sit there and expect that you're never going to have a loss, or two in a row, or maybe even three or four in a row, well, you got another thing coming. This is the world of trading. It's a game of risk. You understand? I think you got it. So, look, I think I covered a lot of things here that are important today, stuff we need to focus on, and I hope you would agree. If you do, I would greatly appreciate a couple of things. Number one, a thumbs up. Just one little click. You don't even have to comment. Just give me a thumbs up if you think I've done a good job. If you think I've done a bad job, you know what? Go ahead. Give me a thumbs down. If you think this is important and people should hear this video, well, you know what I would say? Share it. Just click that thumbs up and then get it out there. I really do believe that you and me, especially those of you that have been with me for a long period of time, we're like a family, and we got to band together here. How many times have you heard me tell you that we need each other? And I'm counting on you. You don't even have to start your own blog, although that would be very nice. Start a blog. Start talking about this stuff. Or you can just take this lovely blog right here and Share it. Say, hey, you know what? Maybe you should listen to this guy. Anyway. All right, that's it, people. I'm going to end this. I will see all of you in the morning. Let's keep our eye on this volatility. Let's see what else happens. What now, the House is now adjourned until next week. They're buying time, according to CNBC. You don't have to listen to Greg Mannarino anymore. Just turn on CNBC, and they're going to tell you the same thing. They're kicking the can down the road as far as they possibly can, waiting for the go-ahead from the Federal Reserve, who's running the entire show. The markets, the economy, the economic freefall, the coronavirus, this is all the Fed. It's all the Fed. Once you wake up to that, you're going to be a lot better off. I'm out of here. See you in the morning.